in the heart of Africa's vast savanna, where golden grasses sway under the relentless sun, two titans of the animal kingdom prepared for an unexpected confrontation. The scene was set near Watering Hole, a crucial oasis for life in the arid landscape. This life-giving source often attracted an eclectic mix of wildlife: zebras, antelopes, elephants, and the occasional predator on the prowl. Today, the air was tense. A massive rhinoceros, its gray hide caked with dried mud, stood near the water's edge. The rhino was a formidable sight, nearly 6 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing over 2 tons. Its muscular frame exuded raw power. Its horn, a sharp, curved weapon of keratin, glinted menacingly in the sunlight. Despite its lumbering appearance, the rhino was no stranger to battle, capable of charging at speeds that belied its size. Not far away, a lion emerged from the tall grasses, its tawny coat blending seamlessly with the landscape. This was a dominant male, its thick mane flowing like a regal crown. The lion was a seasoned hunter, its amber eyes scanning the surroundings with calculated intent. For a predator like this, every encounter was a potential opportunity, though this one required careful consideration. The rhinoceros had been grazing peacefully, its broad mouth tearing at the short grass near the water. It wasn't oblivious to the lion's presence. With ears that could swivel independently, the rhino had already picked up the faint rustle of grass and the rhythmic footfalls of the approaching predator. A brief snort sent a warning into the air, a cloud of dust rising as the rhino's massive body shifted, slightly, toward the perceived threat. The lion paused, assessing the situation. Unlike the smaller prey it typically targeted, this opponent was an entirely different challenge. While lions are apex predators, they are also opportunists, and an encounter with a rhinoceros demanded both strategy and caution. Injuries from a poorly chosen battle could prove fatal in the unforgiving wild. The Watering Hole fell eerily silent. The zebras and antelopes had moved to a safer distance, sensing the brewing conflict. Even the ever-vigilant guinea fowls had retreated into the underbrush, their clucking subdued. The tension between the rhino and the lion was palpable, the air thick with the potential for violence. The rhino turned fully to face the lion, its small, sharp eyes locked onto the predator. It pawed at the ground, a cloud of dust rising around its feet. This was a clear signal the rhinoceros was prepared to defend itself. Despite its herbivorous diet, the rhino was no prey animal. Its size, strength, and aggressive disposition made it one of the most dangerous creatures in the savanna. The lion crouched low, its muscles taut beneath its skin. It let out a low growl, a sound that reverberated across the clearing. To the untrained eye, this might have appeared as a prelude to an attack, but to the rhino, it was a challenge. The rhino's ears flicked back momentarily before flattening against its head, a universal sign of aggression. It responded with a loud snort, the kind that sent smaller animals fleeing in panic. For a moment, the two adversaries seemed to measure each other. The lion's eyes narrowed as it calculated its options. Could it find a weak spot, perhaps a flank guarded by the rhino's imposing horn? Or was this a fight better avoided? The rhinoceros, for its part, appeared ready to charge, its massive body angled slightly forward, muscles coiled like springs. The lion took a step closer, testing the rhino's resolve. It let out another growl, louder this time, its sharp claws flexing against the ground. The rhino's response was immediate and unequivocal. With a bellowing roar, it lunged forward, its massive body moving with surprising speed. The ground seemed to quake beneath its weight as it charged, its horn aimed directly at the lion. Caught off guard by the rhino's sudden aggression, the lion leapt to the side, narrowly avoiding the horn that passed mere inches from its body. Dust and grass flew into the air as the rhino skidded to a halt, turning quickly to face the lion again. Its breath came in heavy snorts, nostrils flaring as it prepared for another charge. The lion's heart raced, its mind working furiously. It knew better than to engage in a prolonged battle with such a formidable opponent. Injured lions struggle to hunt, and starvation is a swift consequence in the wild. The lion decided to test its opponent once more, circling the rhino with slow, deliberate steps, looking for an opening. But the rhinoceros was no easy target. It turned in place, keeping the lion squarely in its sights. Its massive horn acted as both a shield and a weapon, and its sheer bulk made it almost impervious to the lion's claws and teeth. The rhino's defensive posture left no doubt it was prepared to fight to the death if necessary. The stalemate dragged on for several tense minutes. The lion, though powerful, began to reconsider its options. The energy required for a full-on assault against such a massive adversary was immense, and the risks far outweighed the potential reward. Meanwhile, the rhino's determination showed no signs of wavering. If anything, it seemed to grow more aggressive with each passing moment. Eventually, the lion took a step back, its posture relaxing slightly. It let out a final growl, more out of frustration than aggression, before turning away. The rhino snorted triumphantly, stamping its foot as if to emphasize its dominance. The lion glanced back once, its amber eyes meeting the rhino's defiant gaze, before disappearing into the tall grass. As the lion retreated, the savanna seemed to exhale. The other animals cautiously returned to the watering hole, their instincts guiding them to resume their routines. The rhinoceros, still alert, stood its ground for a while longer before returning to its grazing. The encounter had been a reminder of the delicate balance of power in the wild, where survival often hinges on a combination of strength, strategy, and timing. In the end, neither the rhinoceros nor the lion emerged as a clear victor. Yet the confrontation underscored a profound truth about life. In the savannah, even the mightiest creatures must choose their battles wisely. For now, the watering hole belonged to the rhinoceros, a testament to its unyielding spirit and formidable presence in the untamed wilderness.